Here's Martin Cerda, 23, and Adriana Vargas. Martin Cerda, 23, Adriana Vargas. They're trying to do some carjacking, and they shot and killed a person. They shot and murdered a person. So this is October 30th, 2022. This isn't just but a month ago. So let's get to the details. Okay, so take a look at these scumbag pieces of shit. Right? I mean, they have all these laws here, Class 1 and Class 2 felonies of Colorado. I guess Martin Cerda and Adriana Vargas forgot to read the laws. You can't rob, you can't rape, you can't hit, you can't kill. You can't abuse or bear false witness. You can't torture or arson or kidnap or enslave. You're not allowed to do any of these things. It's quite incredible. I guess they didn't read any of the laws. I guess the legislature passed some new laws, too. Wonder if they're going to refresh themselves. Let's see. Don't assault anybody during escape. Well, they're going to need don't treason, don't hold a hostage while escaping. So let's read the details of this thing. 2 residents of the Greeley area were arrested and face second-degree murder charges in the fatal attempted carjacking of a 21-year-old Denver woman early Sunday morning north of Longmont. It's reported by thedailycamera.com, October 30th, 2022. According to a Boulder County Sheriff's Office news release, 23-year-old Martin Cerda, 24-year-old Adriana Vargas were arrested early Sunday, face a charge each of second-degree murder, which is knowingly, but they didn't plan, right? We were just trying to take the car, Your Honor. And then she didn't want us to take the car, and Martin Cerda, Adriana, they face charges of attempted aggravated robbery, vehicular eluding, and possession of a weapon by a previous offender. They didn't read those laws. Vargas also faces a charge of possession of a weapon by a previous offender, was arrested on several warrants not related to the homicide investigation. Those pictures said that they had got out on bond or something earlier this year. According to the release, they're out on parole. A Larimer County Sheriff's deputy attempted to stop a vehicle they suspected of driving under the influence near Berthoud. The vehicle eluded. The deputy stopped the pursuit when they lost sight of the vehicle headed south on US 287 near Colorado 56. And then 12:30 a.m., Boulder County Communications Center got a report of a disabled vehicle on US 287 at Yellowstone Road in unincorporated Boulder County. It was also reported that people were seen running from the vehicle. About 10 minutes later, the center got a call from a hospital in Longmont noting physicians were treating a patient with an apparent gunshot wound. The 21-year-old female patient was pronounced dead shortly after arriving at the hospital. Damn, RIP to the 21-year-old. They're going to say we have to do the next of kin. We got to tell the 21. Motherfucker, this story almost didn't even want to report the story because it's like I don't even know who the victim is, right? So here's 2 pieces of shit that doesn't deserve, my time or attention whatsoever. But I'd like to know who this 21-year-old that was just driving to fucking work, driving to goddamn school, going to get some groceries for her family. And then these 2 rat bastard fucking thieving, raping, dirty, rotten piles of shit. Martin Cerda, Adriana Vargas. Why don't y'all go get a fucking job? Y'all want to take her car. She didn't want you to take her car. Now she's dead. Now you're... Boulder and Larimer County Sheriff's deputies responded with the help of both county SWAT teams to search for the people who had abandoned the disabled vehicle. 4 people were found in a camper trailer parked on a nearby residential property. The release stated 2 men and 2 women were taken into custody. Says the victim, they didn't appear to be connected. According to the release, investigators believe the woman who was riding in a vehicle driven by her mother happened across the suspects in their disabled vehicle near the intersection of US 287 and Yellowstone Road. Suspects got out of the vehicle and shot at the victim's vehicle with a handgun, shooting the victim. Investigators believe Cerda, the primary suspect, shot at the victim's vehicle in an attempt to carjack them. I mean, they're running away. Could be to carjack them. Could be for they're a witness. A third person, in addition to Cerda and Vargas, were detained on warrants unrelated to the homicide investigation. The identity of the victim has not been released. According to the release, the suspect's booking photos will not be released while the investigation is going. Cerda has been previously convicted of introduction of contraband in Benton County, theft between $5,000 and $20,000 in Larimer County, and 2 separate charges of motor vehicle theft, introduction of contraband, again with the contraband attempted trespassing in Weld County. And then he tried to trespass. After the grand theft auto, he walked right in my yard. What about the contraband? He had contraband all over him. Vargas was previously convicted of possession with intent to distribute, 2 instances of possession of a controlled other agencies. So, yeah, who's a 21-year-old? RIP to the 21-year-old. Just seems like just in a, a bad place at a bad time. They're chasing these folks, and they're a bunch of they're like cornered rats, right? So who knows what they'll try. They were arrested, so that's there's no general harm to the public. I'll just read off this list. I got 28 laws here. And they didn't read any of these, but these are all, laws of Colorado. You're not allowed to, commit. You can't steal or rape or hit. You can't do any of these. Thou shalt not kill. That's 18.3, 102, 103. Then thou shalt not abuse. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Let's just read from the bottom up. So let's, turn this into a learning lesson. Don't go around trying to... No auto theft. 18.4.409 3B. Car thefts are on the rise. We don't have a don't steal cars law. Doesn't really feel like it was an auto theft gone wrong. It was more of a bunch of felons who had a bunch of warrants, were about to be arrested, and they ran away. And then they, shot the person for either A, being a witness, or because they were going to take the car. But that's a class 3 felony. So if it was straight up auto theft, we should use the don't, steal cars law. Don't disrupt a lawful assembly. That's 18.9.108. We have a right to arrest anybody we witness commit a crime. Citizen and civilians arrest are legal in Colorado. No escaping. If you're in jail, you can't escape. That's another class 1 or 2 felony. No human trafficking for sex or labor. That's 18.3.504, 18.5.503. No criminal mischief, 18.4.501H. No sexual assault, 18.3.402. No unlawful termination of pregnancy. No unlawful manufacture of financial transaction device. No theft. No pandering of a child. No aiding and escape. No holding hostages while escaping. Don't murder a firefighter or EMS or a cop. That's 18.3.107. Don't treason against Colorado or America. Don't abuse a child under 12 to death. That's 18.6.4.017C. When a person knowingly causes the death of a child who has not yet attained 12 years of age, and the person committing the offense is one in a position of trust with respect to the child, such person commits the crime of murder in the first degree as described in the section 18.3.102.1F. So don't do that. Don't assault anybody during escape. Don't, don't enslave. Don't torture. Don't kidnap. Don't arson. Don't bear false witness against thy neighbor. Don't abuse. Don't hit, rape, rob, or kill. I mean, these laws are on the books. I guess these criminals they're not reading these laws. And the spirit of the laws is we have all these, you want people reading the laws. To have a lawful society, you want the citizenry to be completely abreast of all the laws. You want them to be 100% abreast of all the laws. Because if you have a lawful citizenry, when there's some unlawful shit, why wouldn't you want a lawful citizen? Why wouldn't you want a... RIP to the 21-year-old Martin Cerda, Adriana Vargas have been arrested, so...